interesting enough in of the people is he who buys the amusement of speech to mislead others from the way without knowledge, and who takes it in ridicule, ridicule, ridicule is defined the subjection of someone or something to contemptuous, dismissive language or behavior. Mockery, teasing, and contemptuous language or behavior directed at a particular person or a thing. It's likened unto bullying a person as well. It's like when you charge someone as being inferior. It's like you waste time using words and the and language as a joke, making mockery. It is likened unto assassinating one's character, reputation. It is also associated with slander and gossip. Entertainment. People seem to be entertained with and amused. They buy into the amusement of mockery, bullying people. You can use your resources and your influence to bully people, and you bully people due to your influence and your resources, and people will be your subject and be submissive to you and to one another. we look at people who have prestige and power, they are amused or amusing, and people are entertained by that amusement and buy into it. People have brought into allowing others to make mockery of them. And as we make mockery of each other, it has become almost like sport and play. And the speech and the language of the speech is misleading and misguiding. Yes. Because they may not have no knowledge of the end results of the destination when we all must confront our Maker. The ridicule, it leads to also, in the bullying, it leads also to retaliation. Retaliation. And that also leads to what is called associated with violence, you know, because the way one feels about him or herself, because he or she has been charged with being inferior, and he or she have been bullied, and he or she has is resisting. They don't want to be so cheap or looked down upon, and he or she will retaliate. And but when you come into a peace that surpass all understanding, then you won't have a retaliatory spirit. So we must have knowledge and learning how to compete in the best of ways. And that is the need for guidance, instruction, and direction. Yes. In a people who continue to buy into being amused with the amusement of speech, you know, to continue to mislead others from a way or from the way, without knowledge, it takes its toll on the society as a whole. In it is mockery, ridicule, and downright ridiculous. And it becomes very humiliating. Humiliating. Punishment. Humiliating ourselves with punishment without knowing that, without having knowledge of the way and the manner and way in which we communicate in speech with ourselves and one with another. The inner conversations that we have with ourselves creates our circumstances. So it is circumstances that makes us other than ourselves. And when we reach outside of ourselves, that's the first sign of deception. And so the amusement is that something or someone, I should say, is manipulating our circumstances and making people ignorant, where that we become enemies to ourselves. Yes. So, what is the condition of the heart? The heart is the center of one's intellect. Wherever your heart is, that where your treasures will be also, or wherever your treasures is, that where your heart may be, wherever how it goes. But it is the center of one's intellect. We are here to develop our intellect for the betterment of humanity. The objective is to remind ourselves when it comes to the benefit or beneficial knowledge in the usage of it thereof. It is to benefit someone that is higher than what we call man, or something that is higher than something that is biological, and that whom we should give honor and praise due. And when we do not do that, it is ridicule. It is ridiculous. Yes. It also creates an environment of misgiving and mischief, you know. Like a child, you know. Some will call it in the media world, in America they call it the little rascals, you know. These stories are something to think about, you know. Even Peter Pan, who didn't want to grow up, but there must be the beneficial of knowledge is to it's a transforming and renewing of our minds. It's a refreshing. It is a revigorating. It is a reviving. It is a resuscitation of reflection. Of our wrongs and of our rights. So we must speak and do good with our words and with our actions, and develop the love. Hmm? And that's how we communicate as a family, our humanity. Yes. As we review, reflect, revive, and become revigorated. Yes. With the resuscitation of life when it comes to the beneficial or benefiting from knowledge. Not for the purpose of amusement, no, but in a serious manner. And may we learn to forgive one another. First, forgive yourself, forgive others. Because the past is just a reference point, it's not a place of residence. Surely we get what we strive for. So we strive with our actions so that we can change ourselves. Be a change agent. That's what a candidate is. He or she is a change agent. Change yourself or awaken your senses, and therefore be a model for others and teach them not just with empty words and empty deeds, but create an environment, an application for change. Because change is a product of human effort, and that human effort must be synthesized unto a useful purpose. Change the direction, change the guidance, change from using language and speech and buy into the amusement and the mockery and the ridicule and the bullying that mislead people and others, and therefore they start practicing that type of behavior without knowledge of the end result, and that is accountability and dealing with the consequences of your action. It is a humiliating punishment, ridicule. So there is a right guidance and there is a wrong guidance. But if we continue to be in pursuit of that which is called happiness, it is a renewing, refreshing, revigorating, reminding ourselves that there is a higher power, a greater power other than ourselves. In of the people. Those who buy in the amusement of peace, of speech. They can be amused with peace, Should we believe as the foolish people believe? They not knowing themselves by saying that they are the foolish ones. Never put a fool in position of power. People start thinking that is the model to follow. Until next time, talk to you.